Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 14, Week 6. Yep, we're finally catching up to those classic Week 6 and 7 games we missed out. Well, we're catching up to Week 6 this week, we're catching up to Week 7 next week. We got CHRONO LUCILFER taking on Bean 10, and with me here was somebody who was supposed to be in this game, but wasn't. For those of you who haven't heard your voice, which is probably most people in this league, please tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Danny. US Danny, they call me.
Got US Danny here, making his triumphant return to the commentary desk after a very brief stint in Season 12. And by that I mean one game.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it was a fun cast.
Dire team
I don't remember it much.
CHRONO LUCILFER starting out with some respect bans, getting rid of the Pudge for Godlike Mac, getting rid of the Oracle for the Cryptic. Who,
Respectable.
they don't know.
Understandable.
They don't know that Cryptic this game has a terrible deep dark secret.
10 seconds remaining.
Of course,
Well,
standing in...
maybe you don't know the tech.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we could have an Oracle mid, because spoilers, Cryptic is mid here. Katie's standing in for Danny. Katie ain't mid, and it's Cryptic mid.
It'd be fun to watch.
Bean 10 not going to let the Juggernaut through. They're going to pick the Undying, because they're really boring. That is most likely going to be our Shia LaBeouf hero today.
So at this point, this team was like 5-5 or something, or 6-6. Do you know?
If we 2-0'd them here, I think they would have been more or less off the bracket, yeah.
So that's kind of like an important game for them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, this is a very important series for them, so it was very good. It was very good of you to give them a chance by not showing up today.
I think we gave them more of a chance, right? The standings kind of rigged.
True.
MMR wise.
First pick Warlock here. Warlock, of course, the optimistic support du jour. You know, Warlock is of almost no value to you if you're in a losing game, but really helps seize the advantage if you're in a winning one.
5 seconds remaining.
Doesn't really interact that much with Undying. I mean, can use the Golem to beat up the Tombstone, that's about it.
This is kind of out there, but what I've been wanting to try is like Warlock Shadow Demon, because both their spells do like share damage or something.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, hey, sky's the limit. Do Warlock and Grimstroke. Get a million
Dude, that's
people
so broken, actually. So this is their 5, right? So they're looking for 4. I think Marcy pick is incoming.
CHRONO LUCILFER is that? Well, yeah, I'm being 10. They're looking for 4 here probably. And yep,
it's a classic meth hero.
Yeah, I think Meth is honestly, and this is going to sound crazy, I think he is kind of finding himself a little bit in this season. If you compare his performance in this season compared to his season 13 performance, and especially to his absolute stinker of a Fluffy Hat performance, I don't know. Feels like things are going a little up for him. I feel like finding Marcy has helped in a large way here.
Does he usually just feed or something, or what do you mean by that?
Yes.
Oh.
Dawnbreaker comes out here next. Big hammer.
This hero has falling off for some reason. I feel like this hero's still good, but no one picks it.
Hey,
really?
The Grim Ventures picked it against us game 1.
You can't do this to me. I don't remember the teams. This is the team we played last week, right?
Yeah, the Grim Adventures was the Matty Boy team, yeah. It's quarterfinals. And Dragon Ball Zeus also picked it almost every game this season that they were in.
Okay, nice. Maybe I'm just not paying attention.
See, there you go. Bean 10 getting rid of the Leshrac here. Leshrac is starting to really dominate this tournament. People are starting to figure out that it's really tough to beat Leshrac right now.
So this is League 6, right? Are we supposed to pretend things didn't happen in the future or something like that? Like we don't know the future?
I mean, we can, but nobody's going to buy it for a second. Nobody's going to buy that I don't know what happened in the quarterfinals when I casted that game live before I recorded this, so you know.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes, Leshrac's very popular. Kind of broken hero, I think.
5
Yeah.
Well, maybe
remaining.
Bloodstone makes him broken, but
Yeah, it's just the
he's also the
Bloodstone.
only hero that buys it, right?
Radiant
Yeah.
team ban.
It's a very awkward situation. I can't wait for them to nerf Bloodstone to nerf Leshrac and therefore make 0 people buy it. That would be awesome.
I think they change it again.
Yeah,
Dire
probably.
team
I mean, they
ban.
better. Like, this current iteration is just dumb. CHRONO LUCILFER throwing a lot of bans at Matt here. I think that, honestly, I think that's kind of a mistake historically against Bean 10. I feel like a lot of the time when they just lob 1,000 bans at Matt, he
10
ends up on
seconds
something
remaining.
that he's relatively okay with anyway, and you just gave Danny,
5 seconds
you just
remaining.
gave Bean, just gave Cryptic very free picks. You know, nobody's going to ban out Meth,
Dire team
partially
pick.
because he has a very horizontal pool. You know, he plays a lot of heroes a little of the time rather than concentrating it, and
Yeah, he
partially
once
because it's
told.
Meth.
Yeah, he once told
Radiant
us he
team
plays every
pick.
hero.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
that
how
kind of
much I believe
scared me.
that.
I think like the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
he's one of these guys.
I was also told last season by one of our players that he could play every hero, and then I looked at his stats, and it's like some of these guys have like 40% win rates, bro.
10 seconds remaining.
This Phoenix
Radiant
pick is kind
team
of early,
Yeah, it's a
but
very
it's so good against all these heroes so far.
yeah, including the Dazzle. The Dazzle really doesn't have anything to do about him either.
I didn't know they banned the jug on the Bean 10. I
Yep,
guess
for Inno, because
they weren't gonna
if
they weren't
Inno,
gonna first pick it.
10
yeah, Inno
seconds
will first pick
remaining.
Jug.
5
So far, I
seconds
think
remaining.
the Jug has been first banned against CHRONO LUCILFER literally every game this season. I think maybe it got through once, and it got first picked in that game, but that's it. If you ever want to know
Did they
why,
win that game?
just look up. I think so. If you ever want to know why, just look up Dota Inno's Dota buff and go, oh okay.
I see.
CHRONO LUCILFER taking a little time thinking up what exactly is coming next. Definitely need. I mean, the most ideal situation here is something ranged with very good attack speed. I know, Moon River would probably vomit all over himself
Dire
at the
team
very
pick.
idea of this, but
Lena.
okay, Lena works too. You know what? That's fine. That's totally acceptable. I think Lena's a good pick
Yeah,
here.
good egg hitter, the best egg hitter. I think they could have picked.
Yeah, it was like Lena or Sniper, basically, was really the two realistic options for
10
CHRONO LUCILFER at
seconds
that point.
remaining.
Maybe a mid Marana would have been kind of
5
nice
seconds
to see.
remaining.
Maybe. I just don't think I like a mid Marana that much against this
Radiant
lineup.
team ban.
Would have been fun to see. I want to say it would
Yeah.
have been good.
Yeah, it would have been fun. There you go. Got Medusa coming up here. Running that Medusa and Phoenix a lot. Feel like this is a good spot to pick the Medusa, and I feel like this pick right here is like the earliest you can pick Medusa in and not give me a heart
10
attack when I see
seconds
it, to be honest with you.
remaining.
Just needs
5
so much
seconds
protection.
remaining.
Like, it has to be a very
Dire
good Medusa
team
game
ban.
for her to perform at all right now, basically, even if the team around her is good.
Surprised they picked it here. That's kind of all these heroes are kind of I think kind of good against Medusa, right?
Radiant team ban.
Undying isn't really, because he can't do anything about the mana shield at all. And Medusa can also break the tombstone without, like, cutting a sweat, especially once she gets the trait that lets her fire off all the
10
UAM she
seconds
wants.
remaining.
Dawnbreaker, it's like not really any interaction, I
Dire
don't
team
think. Like,
ban.
can get out of the ult, but can't really do much else. Can drop on the ult as well, but I mean, you don't always want to do that. Especially if you consider that most of the ults are coming out around the egg. You know, you drop on the Medusa when she's ulting and then you explode. Not great. Dazzle can be really annoying, especially
10
once it gets a
seconds
shard,
remaining.
but mostly no interaction, I don't think. Lena can be pretty
5
bad
seconds
for
remaining.
Medusa's health,
Radiant
though.
team pick.
Though,
Yeah.
on the other hand, Marcy can be pretty much just as bad for Lena's health in this game, I think, especially depending on what exactly comes out mid here.
Surprised they banned the sniper on the
That's
Chrono Lucifer.
They think it's Katie mid.
But why
seconds remaining.
wouldn't they pick it? I guess because they picked Lina. I'm kind of dumb.
5
I guess they could
seconds
pick it
remaining.
safely.
Yeah, we've seen some one snipers so far, but I think one sniper has a win rate even Wraith King would turn his nose up at a little bit this season. I think he's
I see.
legitimately 0 wins so far. Maybe one in like a bottom of the bracket game. That's like it.
Safe lane sniper, 0 wins.
There
Really?
you go. Yep. It ain't working. And hey, if you extend it back to season 13, it also doesn't work there. I think the only team that ran pause one sniper at any point was Epstein didn't nerf himself, a team you might be slightly familiar with, and Blue Jay had no
Yeah,
idea
no,
how
it's
to do
good.
it, and he just fed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did horrible.
What did I play?
I don't know. That was
Dude, how
one
do
of
you
the
know this?
that was one of the few games where you were mid that season. I remember that. So statistically, probably like Shadow Fiend or something. Blue Jay was playing sniper. He has this weird like cosmonaut sniper set, and he's just like,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so good, yeah.
And I was like, oh, sniper should probably be able to 1v2 these guys. He just has to not go all in on shrapnel. Just has to actually level up his E and W for once. And then I
What
think he
did he
goes
lane against, you know?
I don't remember. He goes the entire lane without leveling his E once and dies a lot, though. That I remember very, very clearly.
Oh, he had no range.
Dire team pick.
Clink. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Medusa fighting the Clinks here, though on the other hand, it's if Lena is disarmed or dealt with in some form or fashion, that does mean that they don't really have anybody who's very good for killing the egg. Like, Clinks
10
sounds like
seconds
he could do
remaining.
it, and a few years ago Clinks could do it, but the Burning Barrage will
5
pass right through
seconds
the egg
remaining.
harmlessly, and then Clinks attacks one time every 8 minutes, so,
Yeah, it's not good. Against the, I don't know. I wouldn't like it here. Like, I feel like Mercy could just jump him too.
Yeah, you really do have a big problem here in that you have 5 really squishy guys against a Warlock. A lot of good Fatal Bonds combos. I mean, imagine how nasty the Fatal Bond around the egg explosion is going to be for these guys, right? I mean, that's going to be a lot of very recursive damage.
The sun ray is so powerful with the
Yep.
Q. That's all you need in fights. Q, sun ray. Seems like and you'll win most fights.
They'll be able to save one person through the Dazzle ult, and Dawnbreaker might be able to jump out, but that's like it. I feel like all the cores are really, really, really squishy, and they haven't even picked a mid yet. Unless we're doing Deuce at mid, which we better not be. In Season
I
13,
don't know. I'm a huge fan of this Lena hero. Like, I think this Lena hero is so good against this team that it doesn't matter.
Templar Choose your hero.
does that
Oh, it's
change
a
your
little
opinion?
worse against a little bit, yeah. I played this matchup. I think even though it's still like TA favorite, I think it's still kind of okay for Lena.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's as bad as people give it credit for, but yeah, it's
Especially
not the
with a new
best.
Lena, it's like so much attack speed. Like you just burn through refractions level 2, and you could bully her out of lane. I mean,
Problem
you could
is
always
going to
do
be
that anyway.
problem is going to be on the strategic factor. I mean, the problem is going to be when we're sitting here not talking about lane phase, but we're talking about 30 minutes into the game and TA is just one shot in Lena, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it.
Yeah, no, you can't build around it. It's a farmer, but then you win your game.
And by
You
the
go
way,
just armor items.
that's a super baller combo with the Fatal Bonds as well. I think the only person on this team who doesn't have something really good with the Fatal Bonds is Marcy. And even Marcy still has utility with it in the way of being able to throw somebody who is bonded into everybody's line of fire.
Yeah, I didn't think about the split shot with the Q. It's kind of nasty.
Split shot with the Q, snake shot with the Q, side blades with the Q.
If only it wasn't purgeable, the hero would be broken.
I mean, the upside for them here is that, it's probably going to be like one purge on this entire lineup. It's like
Does
Lena.
KD play mid? I'm sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
Does Katie play mid? Yes, but she doesn't want to, is the answer. So
You can
instead,
play mid here, right? Or no? Was that ever discussed?
she was in the 1v1 mid tournament.
Oh, but like for this game, was it like ever discussed that she was
Don't
gonna
don't think
like
so.
showing to
No,
play mid? No.
I mean, to let the cat out of the bag here, part of it was it's just like it's just I'm sorry, Pasky. Oh no, I'm dying.
You alright?
I'm sorry, Pasky. I respect you, Pasky man, but I feel like Pasky's kind of lost a bit of a step this season. It feels like we've kind of gone a whole season without really seeing the Chrono Lucifer offlane win like a single time. So I was like, okay, we can just, rerun. Because I think Katie stood in for us before, and it was the
30
same
seconds
situation.
to battle.
We can just rerun the girl power lane, right? Because, I mean, these two queue with each other all the time anyway. Just rerun Katie and Bean, because we don't need Cryptic here. We don't need all this MMR sitting in the safe lane, you know?
Let's see. This ward is kind of worked out, but I felt like when she planted it, it was really bad on the Warlock.
The battle begins.
Not that it matters too much. Kind of interesting, I just thought.
Bounty, split up all directions here.
Hey, you do like a little roll call, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do you think you could do like the ranks of the players when you do it? Is that too much?
Nope. You think I remember that?
Okay.
Listen, I don't even remember what like the medals mean most of the time. That's just gonna be first blood here. Just gets right clicked to death, then gets
I bet
question marked to death.
Matt's seething right now.
Absolutely, 100% seething, malding, breaking, shaking, crying, etc. Yeah, they are actually gonna...
I think I've played this matchup with Klinks as the Klinks against Phoenix, and it's like good like the first wave, and then it gets like just horrible because of the birds.
Because of the fire spirits. We have a support line. They've mixed it up here. Charlotte Beast sent off to the safe lane rather than pause 4. So, with that being said, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast. We got the roll call going on. So, pause 1 for Chrono Lucifer. We've got Inno on the Clinks. Pause 2, we've got Moon River on the Lena. Pause 3, we've got Pasky, sponsored by the entire French population, I guess. On the Dawnbreaker, is actually gonna get a kill here. Getting very aggressive here under the tower, working out for it.
You've done quite well.
I'm surprised he didn't wait. Like he was literally like one creep from getting Starbreaker, just to guarantee the kill. I thought it just might have lived.
So, pause 3, we got Pasky on the Dawnbreaker. Oh, okay, what's happening to Moon River? The answer is death. Cryptic.
A lot of action.
Cryptic eats the fairy fire there.
What actually happened there? Like, where were in the river?
Let's take a look.
Oh, the ward. He got baited.
Just getting, I mean, Lena's just getting... I mean, both sides just getting attrition down in this lane, really. The mutual fairy fire right there. Really like that. Anyway, where were we? There's a Dawnbreaker, pause 3. Shia LaBeouf, Dazzle, pause 4 here. Usually, no, it's wrong. Shia LaBeouf is usually their pause 4. Today he's pause 5. Pohohoro, captain of the team on the Undying, pause 4 here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, you want to do the roll call for Bean 10? I don't know if you know any of these guys.
Do you know why they swapped?
Do I know why they swapped?
Is that like, did they continue swapping after this game? Do you know?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they've been have had standard lanes. They usually use standard lanes. Hino's gonna go down here. Marcy Gaming. I'm gonna assume it's just because Shia LaBeouf's probably just more comfortable on Dazzle than Pohohoro is.
I see.
Undying is pretty much Shia LaBeouf's like signature hero, I would say for the most part, but like just not gonna be playing it today. They're thinking we can run an okay Undying and be okay, rather than running like a poor Dazzle. Katie is going to get almost eaten by the zombies here, gets pinged out by Pasky for insolence.
I think they're just getting dope.
Yep. Going to drop the Fatal Bonds here. The tower really not cooperating with the Dire here.
Very aggressive lane.
Downside being that the kill on Warlock was very good, but they really haven't done anything to stop Medusa since she died for the first time. It's been just slowly knocking out those last hits. Anyway, so you wanna do the roll call for Bean 10 now that that's over?
I like how you do it.
Alright, pause 1, captain of the team, combination bean, still with the Guap Circles tag here. Pause on the Medusa. Pause 2, no Earthshaker, or Earth Spirit, or, I don't know, no Espanol on Cryptic, who is traditionally the pause 5, 2 today on the Templar Assassin. Pause 3,
These,
Godlike Matt is about to kill somebody as Phoenix. Pause 4, you've got your Marcy being played by Meph. He's gonna dive the tower a little bit here. And pause 5, standing in for United States Daniel, we have, of course, Katie on the Warlock. Or as your real name is, because I know your real name, United States Danforth.
Tag is my real name. Actually.
Yeah. Danforth, yeah. That's what I
You
said.
think these players miss their old teams? That's why they have those tags?
No, I think everybody's just too lazy to actually join the team. I'm not even sure, I don't think anybody is actually a part of the Bean 10 team except Bean has it just to put it up. But, I don't think, none of us are using the clan tag. Actually, I think, funnily enough, last time I stood in, I still have my sponsor as QPCC because I put that on for the BBC game. I don't think anybody ever noticed, but I did that.
I don't know what that is.
QPCC is Quap Circles. It's the Bean team from season 13.
And you stood in or something?
Yeah, I stood in week 2, if you recall. You
Okay,
were there. Hopefully you remember that.
What? I was there?
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't on the team.
I put down a ward and you got pissed. You remember? And I got Meg and you were like, you shouldn't do that.
Oh, no. Oh,
And that was the
but
worst
you said for
take ever.
QCCP, right? Or something?
No, I didn't stand in for them. I just, when I was doing the BBC game, right? We did that stupid BBC exhibition game after season 13 wrapped up. I used that as my clan tag there, and I think I still had it on when I stood on.
You're in the team originally for some reason.
No, I had it as my sponsor. It was my shout out.
Oh, okay. I see. This Klink's lane is going as I expected.
Yeah, he
How
just
many
can't
deaths
do
does he
anything.
have?
I feel like every single time we've seen the Phoenix come out on Godlike Matt so far this season, it's been pretty much this result. Of course,
A
notably,
lot of
once
yelling
again-
coming out of that lane, usually.
Of course, has traditionally, though, Matt not really getting many last hits. Matt takes an unfortunate support trade there in the jungle with Dazzle. Does not come out on top for it.
Is that a Matt trait, like he usually harasses instead of last hitting?
Yeah, for the most part,
prioritizes
yeah. When he's playing Phoenix, he definitely does that, yeah. Only thinking more about feeding off of kills rather than feeding off of creeps.
Understandable. It's hard to last hit with Phoenix, I think. And
I mean,
the damage output is really good.
So far, he's 2-0-1, so I can't really say it's going badly for him there.
Alright, what was that? Third Fire Spirit.
A misclicketh, as they say. Matt already
Can
has
he just
Aaron.
dive and kill them all with Mercy?
I don't know if you noticed this, but in the quarterfinals, I think in game 1, both Matt and Meth built Urns.
Yeah, I did. They were talking a lot about it. Oh, like Meth was like, kind of saying like, oh, I backpacked mine, so you could get charges. I was like, okay,
There we go.
whatever.
It's good communication right there. Clinks is getting a little Marcy gaming going on here. Sun comes out here, first Sun of the game. Finding it a little hard to defend. Woo, but it does
so
survive.
close.
And Dazzle just melts. 3-0-2 for Phoenix here. Gives out a little triumphant squawk.
What do you think of people who use names like Shia LaBeouf and like Tony Stark?
Or Jackie Chan, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps.
We throwing one out. I I thought Jackie Chan was a clever name.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I like the Jackie Chan name. Shoutouts to Jackie Chan. You're gonna be facing him next week, so not at mid, just in general.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Holy Jesus. Did
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh,
Oh,
the last
no.
second sidekick. Double kill for Moon River here. He's going
the
to
DD so good?
yep,
He's so
Going-
good.
Dire's
hammer
structures
this
are fortified.
middle tower here.
Does the TA have fairy fires? I mean, not fairy fire. Raindrops? Oh, he does. Oh, he
Yes.
just bought them.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower is under
fresh
attack.
off the assembly line.
Dire's
You know, they
middle
actually
tower
make those at a
has fallen.
factory just south of Detroit.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
From the tears of
The
I
tears
don't
of all
know.
the unemployed workers there, yeah. Shoutouts to all of our fine LD2L players from the state of Minnesota, which I think is Trash Boat and nobody else.
Why Minnesota?
Not Minnesota, Michigan.
Oh.
Shoutouts to all of our
I was
fine
like,
LD2L
that's kind
players
of random out
yeah.
there.
from
Shouting them out.
from Michigan. Yeah,
Shout
I
out
mean,
to all the players from Montana.
I don't know if you saw, but there was a cast I did with Matty Boy where he went on a long rant about how bad Delaware was. So also shout outs to them. I think I have some contractual obligations to fulfill to the state of Delaware now.
I feel like this Medusa's underusing the snakes. Oh, that bounce was so unfortunate.
I like how you mentioned Medusa's underusing snakes one frame before Medusa throws out a snake. It always
like-
has to happen like that.
Yeah.
See bad things in Inno's future if he stays here, and he does too, which is why he's running the hell away from this lane. He is definitely dodging the spirit so far. He's got 2 more to get through. Just... These two just dove the hell out of mid here.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower.
Cryptic
is under
almost died
attack.
for it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He's not leaving. He's very confident in his ability to keep this shield running, and he really shouldn't be. Okay, safe word here is going to save Dazzle for a second. But it is going to be long enough to get everyone killed. Cryptic really should not have been sticking around there, should have just got back. I don't know why he thought that Refraction was going to stay up long enough to do anything here.
Yeah, and you always have to be worried about the Dawnbreaker because Shiko is just TPing right.
Oh, he's just jumping
Ulting.
ahead. Let's put
And it's
her
actually
at-
so good against TA because you just burn all the refractions.
Let's
Now that I think about it.
put Dawnbreaker at lol at second place. Where okay, what just happened? What caused Inno to say lol?
Walks away.
Damn, that's really funny. I don't get it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kind of tilt him a little bit.
Dire's
It's a
structures
joke.
I remember Matt saying that Enno was trying to, was just saying like
Dire's top tower is
Matt
under
just
attack.
tilts, like he'll just get angry. He has to relax a little bit.
Well,
there
Matt
gonna be a
certainly
low
tilted
coming
him.
out? Oh, he did!
Dire's top
Versus
tower
Phoenix,
Very
though, he has
aggressive.
nothing.
Here's a TP. Your team dying? I don't know about that. Well, Warlock's likely to die. Mev gives the no you. Bean's just gonna eat the tombstone here. Nope, Matt's gonna take the last hit. Hey, if you really
What is,
think about it, Phoenix probably needs some money more anyway.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What is with Klink's building first? Is he rushing the Maelstrom?
Well, we'll have a lot of time to discuss that when this team fight's over. Warlock gonna take a spill here. You're gonna get dust dropped on her head.
Team fights are so weird because I feel like they're so meaningless.
Dazzle's gonna go down. Yeah, nobody. It doesn't seem like anybody principal really dies in these fights. Just like the supports just get killed by each other a lot. Ooh. Mev
There's
going
a
in deep
Marcy.
here.
Oh, actual good meth play. That's a little optimistic.
Yeah. I don't think Pasky like realize that Marcy was in the middle of that, to be honest with you. I think Pasky was just like, oh, I'll just jump on the course here and just hammer away. And,
We got a tower. It's actually a meaningful fight.
yeah, there you go. You know what, right after I say nobody principal is dying in these, suddenly Lena eats it, so...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top T1 here, kind of a nasty thing to lose. I think the top T1 is a lot worse for Radiant to lose than the bot T1 is for Dire, like really dramatically. Because you know the top T1 for Radiant there gives you really free access to the Roche Pit and gives Meth access to the grave.
Maybe later, but I think in the early games the same, right?
Yeah, in the early game it's definitely the same. It's just, you know, if there's one tower on each side that's going to stay up like an, you know, unnaturally long time, it is those offlane T1s. They do tend to stay up for a very, very long time. So losing out on their ability to have that at, you know, the 20-minute mark, say, kinda sucks.
Yeah, especially the one on Dire side, so like useless, right?
Yep. Yeah, all it does is give you just quick access to Secret Shop, that's it. And a courier could do that for you. Get pretty much the same speed access to Ancients through T2, so... See, maybe that's why Dire has like a 1,000,000% win rate or whatever. There you go.
It also feels easier to get into the Dire jungle. Maybe, oh, it's because they don't have that cliff ward on.
They're trying to take out the Radiant bot T1 here. Pasky is gonna pay the Marcy Gaming tax. You're dropping a lot on Pasky here. He's gonna go down for his troubles. Phoenix is in a really bad spot. Yeah, he couldn't stun there.
Die.
Lena just showed up at a really awkward time for him.
Yeah, I think Lena's like, I guess maybe not against TA. Oh, why is he not running? That's a little bit of a sleep in the wheel as well.
Maybe. TA's so slow there. Very optimistic TPN there from Basky, who is now going to perhaps partake in the second verse, same as the first. Yep. Once again, Dawnbreaker finding herself at the mercy of a little bit of Marcy Gaming. This is a bad son.
Yeah. A little overkill even if they're like on it.
Well, everyone's gonna die regardless. So we'll just pretend the sun didn't happen and just call it there.
Locks owning.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So the good news is that
So what's this Kink's have?
yeah, now that all that's over, he's got a Maelstrom and a Falcon Blade. There you go. And what's he
Hello.
buying? You'll never know.
Little poor.
I like this awkward, like, everyone beefing for farming in the jungle. Medusa is totally out of mana here at a really awkward time, so just gonna die.
Got a light?
That's good vision here by Radiant on this area, no vision by Dire at all, basically.
I don't
All
think the
vision
Clinks near
softness.
the Dusa was there, right?
Yeah, I think that was just Lena just bumped into her. That was just the end of it.
Unfortunate.
It's the price you pay. So the good news is, if you're Dire, if you're Radiant rather, that Lena has been just pretty steadily accruing funds here. Nothing has really stopped her from farming at all. Top of the net worth board by $1.5 grand, basically.
Medusa's keeping up with the Clinks. Oh. I just say that because it's MMR difference is kind of high, right?
Yeah, Inno is, I believe
And then
Inno's
Medusa's probably a better farmer.
Inno's 3-5.
Actually, I think
Probably about the
I
same.
like Klink's farm, yeah.
Lena blows up the double damage. Something you never want to have to do, but sometimes it just must be done.
Is this Lena like a good player in general? Like,
That's Moon River.
is he good?
Yeah, he's good. Matt doesn't think he's good, but I think he's good. I think he's like... Well, certainly now, he's one of the best mids left in contention.
What's his rank? That's kind of what I meant to ask.
I don't know.
Oh,
Like
you don't know?
mid-2K? Like 2.5,
I see.
2.6.
So Matt's just being like a hater or something?
Yeah. Matt's like Moon River as well. And in fairness, it's not been a good season for Moon River up until the last couple of games. Like, most of the season for Moon River has just been him, like, losing mid, getting a little bit of his heat back, and then just not going anywhere with it. Unfortunately for him.
He's usually a mid player?
Spoilers for from the future, that does change eventually.
Oh.
I do think that CHRONO LUCILFER is, like I said before, like I'll say again, it really would have been nice if Ganker x Ganker came out on top with that weird early GG controversy. Because I do think CHRONO LUCILFER actually does have like some room to improve here. I still just don't think that, even at the end of group stage, they're really playing to their full potential to any real degree. So having some more weeks definitely be big.
For CHRONO LUCILFER?
Yeah.
Isn't that a good thing then? What happened? Or
Well,
what do you mean by that?
It's a good thing for CHRONO LUCILFER in the way that they still have some you know, power to gain. So, you know, like,
Sure.
I don't think you can completely say, oh, they're just gonna roll over to the Crusader Knights, for example. I do think that is actually a pretty fair matchup.
I see.
Bad news for us, though, if they win.
I thought you said that, oh, you hate to see it when you Dawnbreaker roll in and then you seem you're just dead by the time you land.
Yep. And Dawnbreaker herself might die. Nope, he's just too fast, outrunning everything coming at her. Team is very light on the CC. It's pretty much meth in that set. Meth in the golem. So probably
Would be a good Dusags game.
Yeah, I was about to say, it would not be a bad idea for Medusa to consider going for the Ags this game. Or at the very least, making enough aggression on the Roche pit that the Roche Ags is going to be coming out in a realistic time span. Klink's gonna push out, just try to rat top up here, does not really get anything done. He has closes the gap with Medusa here and has surpassed her a little bit. This is going to be annoying here and just take out the enemy's ancients. Meph gonna eat a salve in the Roche pit here. Kind of an awkward time to do it if you think about it. Lena is gonna come outside and beat up Phoenix.
Oh wow, what the hell happened there? What was Matt doing?
Just being distracting while they were doing Roche is the answer.
That's kind of important, but I mean they're winning anyway.
Medusa does, or not Medusa, Lena does not successfully get out of there. I like that awkward situation. Klink's just stunned the whole duration of the Gleipnir. Everyone just stares at each other.
Starting to dish out some damage, but not quite enough yet.
Yeah, I mean, that was a mega disaster for CHRONO LUCILFER. Like, that doesn't look that bad on the surface, but that's their two principal cores that just randomly ate it. TA just made a lot of money, and that's certainly a hero that can use quite a bit of it. That was way worse than it looked, I think.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's a queuing up for Skydie next. TA looking at a blink.
They could go high ground here, right?
No. Klink's is coming
Aegis?
up. I mean, it doesn't matter they have Aegis. They don't have that great of tower damage, and Klink's can just
Oh
kill
wow,
away
they want to fight.
repeatedly.
It's quite surprising.
Dazzle has to pop his...
Oh wow, the egg that.
Yeah, just barely the very end of its duration there. But on the other hand, everyone died to make it happen. Somebody help the Medusa? Okay.
I think the Klings could have killed.
Yeah. The Warlock and the TA there just staying very, very, very far back. Awkwardly.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing for Cryptic. She has ages.
Is under attack.
Playing behind the Dusa.
Yeah, it has Aegis playing behind Dusa at 1 HP, you know how it goes. Warlock heals his courier.
Oh, wow, he's rich.
Warlock's been getting a lot of residual money from these fights. That Warlock Shard is in a way, it's quite a interesting money-making ability. Not just from the ability to just casually push out waves, but just from the fact that no matter what happens in a fight, you're just about to get a lot of assist credit, and the Fatal Bonds certainly don't hurt that either.
Why doesn't this Medusa never have mana?
Oh, she's sucking down a Clarity. That's
Okay,
a good
okay.
question, though.
It's getting there.
She didn't take the mana regen trait that you don't get ever.
Radiant are scared.
Well, what's that? What's the talent?
The mana regen trait that she doesn't have.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Meph is dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Never mind, Marcy Gaming.
Haters?
It's a really good idea for a hero they have when they added Marcy to the game. You know what I mean?
Radiant's bottom tower.
I'm surprised they're trying to fight. I feel like they could just split, right? Who cares, just losing towers?
Lucifer or
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
yeah, they could definitely split here and be okay with
Dire's
it.
middle tower
I do think
It seems like they're
they
trying to fight
they
too
kind of
much.
are, because Lena is just doing this. I think they just have Clinks there to have like a credible threat that they need to think about, rather than
I think
being
if this
able to-
Lena was here like a minute earlier, like or like half a second minute earlier, she could have taken that tower. But she was like trying to fight with her team. Obviously hindsight things, right?
You know, these things happen. They're going to try and go high ground here. They're going to have a bit of a base race. Which, to be frank, I'm not really holding my breath for Chrono Lucifer to win this one.
Maybe if both Clinks and Lena were hitting it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think at this juncture, even if both Clinks and Lena were hitting it, I think the damage gap is just too great.
But at least you trade, I think, because right now you're gonna have to force a fight, right? Which is kind of you don't want to do. Or maybe you do. That's kind of out of position, I think, as well.
He's just desperate for a kill there.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Does kind of get one in the form of killing out the Dawnbreaker. Aegis expires, Bean 10 says done now.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Lucifer says we're not done yet. Lena actually melts
that
before she
Lena-
takes out the egg.
Yeah, she melted so fucking quick. Holy shit. Does Lena not have BKB?
Nope.
Oh wow, he's really poor. Oh, he went Silver Edge before BKB.
is under attack.
Yep.
It's kind of greedy.
Speaking of greedy, though, TA has kind of left. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say TA kind of left Medusa on her own there. This
That's
is gonna be fine.
anti-greedy.
You can definitely tell that Cryptic is not a big time pause 2 player, the way that he kind of positions himself in these fights, you know. Sad.
Oh wow.
I know, tips Cryptic.
Oh,
Cryptic says question mark. But Cryptic, you're the one that
oh they're
died!
brothers, right? That's why.
Are they?
Yeah, Cryptic and Nina are brothers, I think.
That'd be weird. I hope that's not true.
think that's LD2L lore.
If that's
Here's
true,
drop
it's not true anymore. I'm rescinding their fraternity.
I think they're twins, actually.
Even worse. Yeah, once again,
I think
rescinded.
they're twins that are. They were separated from birth, and then they just joined LTL together and fought each other.
Yeah, they're twins. They were separated at birth. The only distinguishing feature is that Ino has a big black OT, and sometimes he does this manic evil laugh, and he kidnaps people. But besides that, they're the same. Okay, Moon River. They don't have any real detection for him.
Oh, really good stuff.
But unfortunately, it wasn't quite
Just
good
TP
enough.
out. Oh no.
They got a halberd out there on somebody has halberd here. Oh my god, Phoenix has halberd. Matt got the halberd. I can't believe it.
Dire's top tower
I'm surprised he didn't go Midas.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Every time I see that with Midas, I see the little inside, but I don't say anything.
Well, as long as you cope after, it's fine. It's easy to get those two things messed up.
That happens to me. No, I think what happens is I panic and I just press every button. Like when I play support, I press every button in my inventory.
There you go. Inno's gonna go down there, just gets melted by the sun ray. Tip goes right back. No question marking kind though.
It's very anti alt chat.
Yeah, Cranberry Sprite's gonna come in and ask to turn all chat off again.
That's something that happened before.
In season 13, there was a match between, I think it was the winners, Hunter Bounties and Pata Meth's team. And there's a point, and I just remember that Trash Man's like talking trash, and Cranberry just goes on all chat, and he's like, "Please do not all chat, thank you."
Yikes! Is that a LD2L rule?
I think so. Oh, that's a really good son.
Oh, he's disarmed.
Lena disarmed.
He's
really
so
good
good.
disarm.
Yeah, I don't think he knew. He just stood there.
Yeah, it's the awkward moment. Everybody on Chrono Lucifer gets mowed down here. Ultra kill for Medusa. Bean is probably saying something about mommies as we speak. Meth pops BKB, I believe that's his 9. Yep.
Nice fucking hero.
Marcy moment. I'm glad Ice Frog doesn't sniff Gloom. We don't get heroes like Marcy as a result. Phoenix puts out a taunting squawk.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They won't die.
Tell me we got.
Oh, they will.
All right, tell me we got the glyph here. Pohohoro calls the G's. We're going home.
Kind of a stompy.
A little bit, yeah. Meth only says game. To Meth, it was
Or
not
good.
good. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could also be good. Meth only has 1G. He also has only one of something else, but I can't remember what. Alright.
Is that more Dota 2, LD2L lore, I mean?
Yeah, there we go. This is more lore.
Let's
Alright.
say, let me ask you this. What do you think this Chrono Lucifer team needed to win? Was the draft the issue? Was the play the issue?
I think it was a strategy. I don't think Chrono Lucifer had a very good idea of how to use this draft. I think they drafted this. They looked at this and said, this is an okay draft. Maybe not so great in the context of this game. This is an okay draft. But that's where it ended. There was no, and here's what comes next. You know, you mentioned it a couple of times. It's like, you know, why are they trying to go for fights when they're just losing all of them? They could just be trying to split up here. They got a good split lineup, you know, that sort of thing, right? I think...
Exactly. Like, on paper, the team fight on Bean 10's way better, right?
Yep.
So I think you could split and just catch people off until you're ready. Like, the team fight doesn't matter.
Right.
Or the team fight
I mean,
aspect of.
The problem is that
Intense draft.
the team fight has to matter eventually, and I do think Bean 10 is like you're never gonna beat them in the team fight in this game. I don't think. I don't think there's like at any given point of the game, something is going to make you lose. Be it Phoenix fairly early, Templar Assassin in the mid, or Medusa later on. And you know the Warlock always going to be there to help really clamp it on. I mentioned Warlock really helps you capitalize on an advantage even if he can't really create one himself. That's exactly what I'm talking about. A scenario like that. Lots of very good combos off of it. So I think that's kind of
Yeah.
the problem for Chrono Lucifer. It's like, you know, sometimes you have those Doomsday Clock matches where when one hero gets to a certain point, they can just 1v5 and they can just win the game. This is like the anti-Doomsday Clock. It's like, it's the Doomsday Clock, but Doomsday could never possibly come. The world will last forever.
I
So,
think we could have itemized a little bit in Lena too.
maybe.
Like, the BKB came out too late.
Either
Maybe
way,
they could have taken a fight better with the BKB.
I think it's partially strategy, though I do think the draft just had... I mean, it really just came down to this. They had one person who could possibly deal with Phoenix, and Phoenix built a halberd to stop that. That was like the long and short of it.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll see what happens next time.